huge revamp for Doctor Who. Spearhead from Space is the first serial in season 7, and it completely changes the game. At the end of season 6, if you guys remember, um, we lost my beloved second Doctor, Jamie, and Zoe. Um, and the Doctor got sent to exile in 20th century Earth, which kind of leads into this. So we have a new Doctor, new companion, the return of the Brigadier, and for the next 3 seasons, mostly stuck in one time zone in one planet. So this pretty much changes the entire formula of Doctor Who. Every story is set in a different place, different time zone, but this kind of keeps it grounded on Earth. Very bold decision, um, extremely bold, and I feel like on paper this shouldn't work, but it does. I've seen quite a few John Poultry episodes. I haven't seen every single one, but I will say he's my favorite classic Doctor. Capaldi is my favorite Doctor overall, but in terms of the classic series, John Poultry is my man. Um, so yeah, as sad as it was to say goodbye to Patrick Troughton, I am very excited to start his era. This is also the first episode to be in color, and man, does it look beautiful on film. I wish the entire era was on film instead of just the first story. I know it was because the videotape people were on strike or something, but it just looks so much better on film. It's also the first appearance of the Autons, aka the Nestine Consciousness, who have made several appearances in New Who. And I think they're extremely menacing in this story. Just the wooden, stiffness that the main villain, that guy, has to him is so creepy. I don't know, just completely psychopathic almost. And of course, you have the classic scene where all the mannequins break out of the stores and start killing people. Um, I do think the Axel Nestine consciousness is a little silly looking. You have his veiny asshole popping out, and then you have that big tentacle thing trying to choke poultry out. That's a little silly, but the actual mannequins I think age really well because they're supposed to look like they're made of plastic because they are, and I think that helps to the feel factor when you take everyday things and you make them scary. Is kind of Doctor Who's specialty. I think that's kind of Moffat's formula later in the series. So, John Poultry has been sent to Earth, and he spends the first half of the serial almost unconscious, which is kind of funny. You're kind of just waiting to see what type of doctor he is, but once he does wake up, and is normal, then he's immediately settled into the role. It did not take him that long at all. He just boom. This is the type of doctor he's going to be. The kind of action adventure, scientist, suave doctor, which is a direct contrast from Patrick Troughton's more Patrick Troughton was more kind of he pretended to be a moron to trick people, to manipulate them. John Poultry is no, I'm a genius. Fuck you. But yeah, his chemistry with Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart is very good right from the beginning. I like how it takes Brigadier a little while to come around to the fact that this is the same man he saw in the last couple seasons. Obviously, you wouldn't just, if some guy came and he was like, hey, I'm your friend, but I look completely different. You wouldn't believe that. So I kind of like how it takes him a little bit. What I like about the Brigadier is that he's initially skeptical of things, but also he doesn't rule things out immediately. He's like, that sounds batshit crazy, but I'm gonna hear you out and see how this goes. We also meet Liz Shaw, who is a very underrated character. I don't know, do people like Liz Shaw? I think she's cool. She is this genius scientist who's often relegated to being the doctor's assistant. Um, which honestly she's she kind of feels like she'd be better in a show in her own show, and I know she did get her own spinoff in the 90s called Probe, but I heard it was like awful, so I never saw it. But I thought she was cool as like this other unit scientist. I wish they kept her around. I do love Joe Grant, but maybe they could have just had two companions. Like, why not? It happened before. It's happened since. But yeah, John Pertwee is immediately like, you have the fancy clothes, you have the cool gadgets, you have the fancy cars. He's basically like the James Bond doctor, and it kind of stays with him throughout the entire 5 years he has on the show. How about Holmes with this episode? And this has the distinction to being his first good episode, because before this, he only wrote The Crotons and The Space Pirates, which both sucked ass. So this is his first good episode. Like, third time's a charm, Robert. But it's very fast paced for a classic Who's story. It helps that it's only 4 parts because things just kind of move along really quickly. They have a lot to cover in these 4 parts. New Doctor, Brigadier back, Liz Shaw, stuck on Earth, like the Autons. A lot of stuff is happening. You have that guy who finds the meteoroids, this like country guy and his wife, that whole subplot. Music is also really good. I feel like a lot of times during 70s Who, the music gets a little too corny, but I think the soundtrack's pretty good in this one. So yeah, this is a classic. It deserves all the praise it gets. Something that really upsets me about me getting to season 7 now is they announced the Blu-ray, but they haven't announced when it's coming. So I like before they announced it was coming, I asked for this and the Ambassadors of Death for Christmas, and I kind of wish I did now because now I'm just gonna buy season 7 when it comes on Blu-ray anyway. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but yeah, Sweet from Space, classic episode, best episode of the season. Well, Inferno's really good too. Honestly, season 7, all 4 of them are bangers. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue John Pertwee's era, and I'm very excited to have you guys come along this journey with me. I've seen most of these, but some of them I haven't, so it'd be nice to watch them all in order. See how the Doctor kind of mellows out. Because he's a little angsty in these first couple stories. Like I said, he mellows out later. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.